Eric Spoelstra trying to get the Miami Heat one step closer to the Eastern Conference Finals, something that they have done 5 times under his watch. Tyler Hero is starting to simmer.
This game thus far.
Run out situation, Strus.
And a quick, I believe it was game 1, 0 for 7 from the three-point line. Had a pretty decent game in game 4, but as you said, just continues to not find his range from downtown.
Max Doc Rivers, how do you stop the bleeding? Miami coming for more. Bam! Off the wing. Scoring from Adebayo. Some of his efforts have been on Embiid and his. The issues now starting to pile up for Philly. James Harden, Grant, just hasn't been the same player. 14 points in 35 minutes. 5 of 12 shooting. Jimmy Butler.
And what's alarming for Philadelphia is just the confusion and just how out of sync they have been offensively. You have to give credit to the effort and intensity of the Miami Heat defense, but no flow, no rhythm, no execution pretty much at all this second half for Philadelphia offensively, as Reed has a beautiful
little impact really on the series so far for Thibault.
I thought he got out of rhythm in the series against Toronto, where he didn't play much. He hasn't been able to get back into rhythm, but Oladipo from the three-point line, mid-range, and also, as we said earlier, getting to the free throw line.
Maxey, no. Paul Reed able to take it away from the back. Reed goes behind the back. What a pass. Reed to Harris.
And I didn't know Reed going to play hard, and showing he's got a little something in the bag as well.
Here comes Hero. Euro step to the left hand. 3-on-1 run out. Adebayo like a runaway freight train.
They shot 23 free throws in that game. Tonight, just 6 free throw attempts. So playing defense without fouling has been important. And Coach Spoelstra talked about that before the game, and they've been able to execute on that.
Omer Yurt 7. That's his first points as he is dealing with that hamstring tweak. Before Gabe Vincent plugged the hole, and this night has belonged to the Miami Heat. Just amazing how wild the pendulum can swing game to game in a 7-game playoff series, Grant. The other night, everything working for the Sixers, as Korkmaz misses badly from deep. And tonight, boy, the script has completely flipped.
Well, it just shows how both teams, obviously playing at home, is a huge difference. I mean, as great as they were 2 nights ago, struggling here in Philadelphia, can't find anything going their way in this game 5.
Our FanDuel Sportsbook live point totals for tonight's game. And right now it is raining threes. Duncan Robinson.
And that was finally the last player who has played for Miami to score. Everybody who's been in the game for the Heat has scored a bucket now. 11 guys, so really a total team effort. And we talked about defensively not fouling before this last play where Oladipo picked up a foul on Milton. Only 11 fouls called against Miami. So aggressive defense without fouling, which is hard to do with the dynamic offensive talent from Philadelphia.
So Shake Milton at the line, and Duncan Robinson's falling out of Eric Spoelstra's rotation, Grant, has been a big story here in Miami, especially when you consider the contract that they gave him in the offseason, the player that he's been for them over the last 3 years. There's been a lot of talk about the emergence of Max Strus, Robinson's shortcomings defensively. But Robinson getting a chance at some run tonight, and he is back in the mix, at least for the moment, for Miami. That was a violent rejection by Reed. Three-pointer from Reed, no.
Talk about Duncan Robinson and the importance of just staying ready. You never know these 7-game series how things can go. I think about the Miami Heat in championship moments. Mike Miller coming in, having a big moment, 3-point shooting. Shane Battier did that as well. And the the professionalism that the culture here in Miami demands, whoever steps on the court will be ready, and certainly you never know how this thing will continue on for the Heat and for the Sixers as well.
Omer, you're at 7.
Why
That's
not?
one thing that Eric Spoelstra mentioned to us. It's been a month-long dialogue between Spoelstra and his players. Good-looking floater that time by Jaden Springer, the Tennessee rookie for Philadelphia.
Well, that month-long dialogue. Continue. Sorry.
Thank you. But difficult conversations, especially with a guy like Duncan Robinson. Highsmith showing the stroke.
Well, that's part of the challenge when you have so much depth and so many guys that are capable, guys who delivered and stepped up for you. How you manage that, manage expectations, minutes, shot selection, and keeping everybody engaged, keeping everybody happy, and keeping the eye on the prize and what's most important. Easier said than done, and Spoelstra acknowledged how he's had to work on that all season, preparing for this playoff moment.
Well, it looked like Martin had an open dunk. It's a lost possession. Come up on the final 4 minutes. Furkan Korkmaz. Dangerous pass into the hands of Martin. Caleb Martin looking to push.